Welcome back, folks, to another episode of Kleppers Corner, where I take a week of world-shaking chaos, add a dash of sarcasm, and serve it up like your mom's casserole. Comforting at first, but it gives you indigestion by the end. And this week, oh boy, if the world were a Jenga tower, someone just pulled out the middle block, put it on top, and yelled, "Let's do tequila shots." We've got Trump shaking hands with Putin in Alaska like it's a reboot of Rocky IV. Only Rocky decided the best way to win was to just give Russia the Donbass. We've got Israel trying to negotiate peace while simultaneously bombing Gaza City. Because nothing says we're ready to talk like 60,000 reservists. And in the U.S., Trump took over the D.C. police force, proving that when he says law and order, he means his law and his order. And that's just the big stuff. Toss in a Category 5 hurricane, some economic doom, AI making models out of pixels instead of people, and Taylor Swift adopting a marketing strategy that makes the Pentagon look disorganized, and you got yourself one hell of a week. So buckle up. This is your Kleppers Corner weekly wrap-up. Segment 1, the Alaska Accord. Peace by surrender. Alaska, land of glaciers, moose, and now Trump deciding Ukraine's fate like it's a late-night poker game at Mar-a-Lago. So Trump met with Putin in Anchorage, and after 3 hours behind closed doors because transparency is overrated, he came out and basically said, forget a ceasefire, let's just cut to the peace deal. And by peace deal, he means let's give Putin whatever he wants because the guy brings great vodka to the table. Putin's demand? Control over the Donbass. In exchange, he might stop killing people elsewhere. It's like if a bank robber said, give me the vault and I promise I won't steal your stapler. Zelensky, understandably, was not thrilled. He called Trump, got the world's worst pep talk, then flew to Washington to basically say, hey, America, could you maybe not give away my country like it's a door prize at a charity raffle? European leaders were blindsided too. One analyst summed it up best. Victory for the West is now defined as Trump not personally signing away Ukraine. That's not diplomacy, that's babysitting a toddler at a candy store. And of course, while everyone's talking about peace talks, Russia launched another assault. Because if history teaches us anything, it's that when someone says, let's talk peace, what they really mean is, cover me, I'm advancing. Segment 2, the Capitol under control. Trump federalizes D.C. police. Back home, Trump decided to add police commissioner to his resume. This week, he federalized the Washington, D.C. police force. That's right, he invoked a section of the 1973 Home Rule Act that literally no president has ever touched because it was supposed to be a legal break glass in case of emergency. Trump's reasoning? He said crime in D.C. is out of control, comparing it to war-torn countries, which of course is completely false. D.C. crime is at a 30-year low. But hey, never let facts get in the way of a power grab. This is like your neighbor saying he's going to take your lawnmower because your grass is too long, even though you just had it trimmed by landscapers. Local officials were furious. The mayor called it un-American. A senator said Trump was just playing dictator, which, let's be honest, is kind of his favorite board game. And the best part, while Trump was putting D.C. under martial law, his administration also launched a TikTok account. Because nothing says serious national security president like doing TikTok dances while you're dismantling the EPA. Segment 3, Gaza precipice, negotiations under fire. Meanwhile, in Gaza, Israel launched a major assault on Gaza City while Hamas agreed to a ceasefire deal. Yeah, you heard that right. One side said, we're ready to negotiate, and the other said, cool, now duck. The operation displaced nearly 1 million people and killed dozens in the first day. The UN is warning about starvation levels so bad, even FEMA said, wow, that's bleak. Netanyahu says he's open to talks, but only on terms acceptable to Israel, which is like saying, yes, I'll sell you my car if you pay me double and walk to the DMV barefoot. And while all this is happening, Israel quietly approved the expansion of settlements in the West Bank, the kind of expansion that basically cuts off the idea of a Palestinian state at the knees. Because nothing builds trust like bulldozing land while you're promising negotiations. Inside Israel, protests erupted, led by hostage families who just want their loved ones back alive. Imagine telling them, don't worry, negotiations are ongoing. Oh, and by the way, we're also bombing the neighborhood where your son's being held. Segment 4, the global pulse, economics and diplomacy. Economically, this week was brought to you by the number 3.3%. That's the new inflation forecast. And the vibe from Jackson Hole, where central bankers meet every year, was basically, do we raise rates and tank the economy, or cut rates and watch inflation skyrocket? Decisions. Meanwhile, growth is stalling, payroll gains are slowing, and economists are muttering the word recession under their breath like it's Voldemort. In Asia, China and India held border talks. Translation, let's not fight, but let's keep the troops just in case. And Afghanistan, China, and Pakistan got together in Kabul to discuss regional cooperation. Translation, let's talk trade while ignoring the fact that everyone at this table secretly hates each other. Segment 5, climate chaos. While humans were busy making wars, nature said, hold my beer. Hurricane Erin slammed the Atlantic as a Category 5, while Pakistan and India suffered devastating floods that killed over 280 people. Scientists call these cloudbursts, sudden extreme downpours that feel less like rain and more like God accidentally knocked over his water cooler. These disasters are worsening because of climate change, but don't worry, the U.S. just rolled back another EPA regulation, so we'll all be fine. If by fine you mean learning how to swim in business suits. Segment 6, tech, culture, and sports. AI is everywhere, creating models, writing music, and apparently replacing humans in fashion ads. We're one step away from AI models demanding their own Met Gala. On the bright side, AI is also helping with drug discovery, so maybe the future is robots designing cures for the diseases they gave us through bad TikTok filters. In culture, Taylor Swift's new album rollout made headlines because she can literally crash the stock market with a pre-order. Millie Bobby Brown adopted a baby, proving she has officially grown up faster than the Stranger Things timeline. And in sports, the World Games wrapped up in China, the English Premier League kicked off, and India celebrated its astronaut returning from the ISS. Meanwhile, America celebrated by complaining about football preseason. In conclusion, to wrap up, Trump's playing Risk with actual countries. Israel is negotiating peace with one hand and firing rockets with the other. Climate disasters are here to stay, and AI is slowly becoming our boss. But hey, Taylor Swift adopted a marketing plan, and Millie Bobby Brown adopted a baby. Life finds balance. This week reminded us of one thing: the world is interconnected, fragile, and utterly ridiculous. But don't worry, I'll be here next week, sifting through the wreckage and making jokes so we can all laugh before the floodwaters reach our living rooms. That's the Kleppers Corner weekly wrap-up. Good night, and remember, if Trump and Putin can meet in Alaska, maybe you can finally meet your neighbor to shovel the sidewalk.